veteran suicide in the city of Berkeley and all over Northern California. And I'd like to cede my time to Alexander Felix.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alex. The leading member of Decriminalize Nature Berkeley and the founder of Berkeley Entheogenic Society. And I'm here to speak on item number 54. First of all, thank you all for being here today and tuning in on your television or computer or a particular media device. Tonight marks an incredible moment in the story of Berkeley, Alameda County, and indeed the world. The movement to decriminalize nature has a cultural, spiritual, and scientific importance which truly cannot be overstated. All turning points in the collective story of our human existence have birthed singular representative figures to shine the light of progress for all the world to see. And so it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce the shining light, the hero of our movement, the great voice of decriminalized nature. Ladies, gentlemen, non-binary people of every classification, please give a warm Berkeley welcome to the tireless advocate, fearless activist, and true friend, coming all the way from the mountains of Jalisco, Mexico, to speak on behalf of the ancient Huirrárica people, 2019 Nobel Peace Prize nominee. Please welcome Susana Valadez.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor for me to be here to address this council. My philosophy is think globally, act locally. Berkeley's been a home to me and my family. It's been my northern base of operations while working over the last 40 years in Mexico with the endangered Huirrárica, also known as the Huichol culture. And we're all the culture, my organization, and I are all nominees for the Nobel Peace Prize this year because of the important message that the Huirrárica people have to the world. And that is specifically that the plants have a voice, and the voice want to speak to us. The voice of the sacred plants that are used in ceremony under the guidance of the curanderos and the medicine people bring transformation to people's lives. They're a mirror that help people look inside their soul and see who they really are and what their mission and obligations are while being alive. And the plants teach them to venerate the elders and to venerate their lives and have respect for nature. There's no war against nature in the Huirrárica culture. They only venerate nature, and they consider themselves the stewards of all the forces of nature. They, more than anybody else, know that the food isn't made in the back room of the supermarket. And
my name is Jeff Krohn. I cede my time to Susana Valadez.
So now we're at a tipping point. I'm here to represent the Huirrárica people and their fight for survival as an ancient tribe in the modern world. And the reason that they've been able to survive in a crack in the world in the most harsh environment that you can ever imagine in the mountains of Mexico is because of their communication and their stewardship of the natural forces that they've learned to appreciate as bond with. They bond with the plants and they receive the messages from the plants. They know which plants will heal infertility or cancer or alcoholism. There's so much indigenous knowledge that's on the tipping point right now of being lost to humanity forever because the plants are in danger. My friends, the Amazon is burning right now, and the displaced indigenous peoples, their cultures aren't just going to pop back. Their sacred venerated plant ayahuasca is going to disappear from so many regions, but it's not just the plants, it's the knowledge that the people have garnered from the use of these plants for centuries. So I'm here to advocate not for what word did you use, Congresswoman Hahn?
Not Congresswoman, Councilwoman.
Sorry. I'm thinking of the future.
Okay. Deprioritization, and thank you.
All right. I don't go for the deprioritization. I go for the decriminalization. It makes absolutely no sense for humanity to be bound, for our liberty to explore our souls and to be transformed by the power of these plant messengers. So why people are sitting in jail cells for having mushrooms or for going to an ayahuasca ceremony or using the peyote in a sacred ritual or for healing, that's crazy. And we got to get out of the dark ages with this. These Schedule 1 classifications of these ethnogenic plants was wrong then, and it's wrong now. And Berkeley is always the cutting edge of consciousness of the United States, and this is your big chance to move this agenda forward to city after city, and eventually, like I said, think globally, act locally. Let's start here. It's time for you all to spearhead this movement and unanimously vote for the decriminalization with certain contingencies that you mentioned. We're not talking about recreational use. We're talking about spiritual, transformative, healing uses of these plants that have never been explored, and you can't even do scientific experiments. There's one person in the United States who has the freedom to do experimentation with these plants. So
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, next speaker, please. Let's keep public comment going. We have a long line of speakers.
Hello, my name is Julie Megler. I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and I run a local business here in Berkeley called Sage Integrative Health, which is a mental health center here that does both Western medical treatments as well as holistic care, and is focusing on psychedelic-assisted therapies as they're legal within the clinical context. I've also spent the last 10 years speaking in public forums across the country to educate people about safe practices of psychedelics and plant medicines. As you've probably read in the media, psychedelics are capable of medical and psychospiritual healing. However, they continue to be stigmatized. One of my passions is about helping educate the world and unravel the stigma around psychedelics.